What is going on, everybody? This is Dr. Bennett from Forge Physio, and today we are going to go over pelvic tuck. So I'm just going to turn sideways here, perpendicular to the camera, and I'm going to lay flat on my back. Now when I get set up, I want my knees, my ankles, and my hips to be in line. A lot of times we'll see people let those knees drift out to the side, and it's going to kind of change the femur orientation, which can kind of indirectly either limit you into a tilt coming back into the floor, or give you more of a roll going away from the floor. So feet, knees, hips stacked in line, and then all we're trying to do is we're trying to maximize the range of motion, or that tilting motion. So when I go into what we call an anterior pelvic tilt, or my low back arching, I'm literally just trying to bring my hip bones as close to my thighs as possible, and my low back will come off the ground, and then I'm trying to roll into the ground as far as possible. And sometimes the tailbone will even come off the ground, and you'll feel some foot pressure build, or even some pressure building your hamstrings, because your hamstrings can help create that what we call posterior pelvic tilt. And then what we want to try to do is we want to eventually try to sync this up to our breathing. So again, focus for maximal joint motion into that forward pelvic tilt and into that reverse pelvic tilt. So this would be called a posterior pelvic tilt or an anterior pelvic tilt. And then we can pair it up with breathing. So when I go toward the floor, I can breathe out. I'm pushing my back down into the floor, or that posterior pelvic tilt. And then if I'm going into an anterior pelvic tilt, I'm going to breathe in as deep as I can. You'll feel your glutes engaged too, as you're trying to get as much rotation in that pelvis as possible. So again, this is all about trying to move through as much joint space as possible.